Hey, this is Morning Mantra. I know most of the time y'all are used to seeing me in my uniform and in my piece of equipment, but today I took the day off. I decided to just chill, rest, relax, rejuvenate the spirit, shoot a couple of these videos, but this is just morning mantra. Is kind of where I kind of, just let some steam off my chest, express my feelings with you guys, let you know what's been going on in my mind and my mental. See if I got anybody who can relate, to what I'm seeing, as a critical thinker, what if we're all in line on the same thing. This weekend my wife and I saw this movie called what was it called? It was called Weapons. Yeah, it was called Weapons. It's a thriller, it's a horror movie for those, just so you know, it's gonna be some spoilers in this. I'm sorry, but it all coincides with my story and this movie. Anyway, we're watching this movie called Weapons. And then this movie is a character called Aunt Gladys. Now, Aunt Gladys uh, is supposedly sick, taken ill, and she gets taken in by her in-laws. I believe it's her niece and her niece's husband and their son. So, right, fast forward a little bit. Um, one morning, so the son goes to school, and the teacher arrives at the classroom, and there's no students in the classroom but this one kid. So out of the 18 kids in the class, 17 kids are gone, one kid's remaining. Whole town's mugged out like, what the hell's going on? Where are the kids at? You know, fast forward a little bit to Aunt Gladys. Turns out Aunt Gladys is a witch, y'all. Aunt Gladys done cast a spell on most of the town. She's like a parasite, sucking the energy out of the people that's around her. Like the young man, I think his name was like Alex, his parents, she was zapping the energy right out of them. They were in there in a vegetative state in the house, just sitting there glossy face, lost. But Aunt Gladys was taking all her energy, and she was like able to preserve her strength, So, and since Aunt Gladys was a parasite, and when you watch this movie, you'll see the little Easter eggs that they leave you in the very beginning on the classroom board behind the teacher. She was teaching about parasites, and you move along in the movie, and uh, there's this principal, him and his husband. They were watching these video, and they were talking about how parasites lead you onto things, and change your behavior of things. And then that had me start thinking about parasites. And with that thinking, it started in line with like people who we are around, who we let into our bubble. We don't know if these are good people, bad people, but they have tendency to take away all of our energy. And in turn, they're parasites. Like this could be friends, this could be family, I don't know, coworkers. When they get around you, the mood just seems to get darkened. They bring nothing to the atmosphere. Like they don't help at all. They just leech off of you. They always have a handout. They bring no solutions to the problems. A household could be in perfect order, but as soon as a parasite comes into this household, the household's in chaos and nobody knows why. But I think we could pinpoint it to these parasites. So I just felt like a correlation to that. It just really resonated with me. And I just wanted to bring it on here, see what you guys think about that. Because man, well, Gladys had them folks, man, in a tizzy. Town was going crazy, parents was going crazy. But this woman came into the town, started at one house, then took over a school, then got the cops, took over police department, just sucking the energy out of everybody until they realized what was the source of this drain. And it was on Gladys till it took out on Gladys. And at the end, I'm not going to spoil it, but for those of you who want to check it out, it's a movie called Weapons. I think it's been out for about a month now or so, but yeah, pretty trippy, pretty tricky. I suggest you give it a listen, give it a watch. But yeah, that's all I got for today. This is my morning mantra. Hope you guys are making it through another one. Be blessed. Deuces.